Hello everyone, this is Professor Harshada Raita and today we are going to see the concept of controlling. The objective of this video is to acquaint with the concept of controlling, to understand needs and importance of controlling in an organization, to understand the process of controlling, and to learn the types of controls. First, we'll understand what is controlling. Control is a function of management which helps to check errors in order to take corrective actions. This is done to minimize deviation from standards and ensure that the stated goals of the organization are achieved in a desired manner. It can be defined as a process that guides activity towards some predetermined goals, or it can be defined as that process of management which helps to seek planned results from the subordinates, managers, and at all levels of an organization. The controlling function helps in measuring the progress towards the organizational goals and bring any deviation and indicates the corrective action. Let us see importance and needs of controlling. Control is a fundamental function of management that ensures achievement of goal according to the plans. The absence of control could be very costly and unproductive. It is an essential feature of scientific and successful management. The importance of control will be evident from following points. First, basis of execution of plan. Control is the only means to ensure that the plans are being properly implemented. It measures progress, uncovers the deviation, indicates corrective steps, and keeps everything on track. It is an indispensable part of management. J. Beatty has saw that without watchfulness and feedback of evident control system, there is a little likelihood that even the best laid plan will even work out as expected. Next is achievement of goal. Controlling keeps activities on the right path because the process of control is goal oriented. If anything goes on wrong track, remedial steps are undertaken immediately. It helps to minimize wastage and losses. Next importance of controlling is decentralization of authority. An effective control system facilitates the delegation of authority and ensures that the subordinates do not deviate from a predetermined course of action. The feedback information helps manager check whether actions taken at lower level are in the line with what has been planned or not. Next is basis for future action. The control system provides feedback information and reveals shortcomings in the plan. It helps in preparing better plans in future. The long-term planning is not possible until the control information is available in the time to the managers. It facilitates decision making in the future. Next important is orders and disciplines. While pursuing goals, managers and their subordinates often commit mistakes. A good control system helps check and diagnose the problem before they run serious in nature. It keeps the subordinates under the check and brings discipline among them. Next is promote coordination. It facilitates coordination between the different departments and divisions by providing them unity of direction. It builds the individuals and their activities with the common objective. It also plays the role of bridge between different level of authority. Next important and need is to cope with uncertainty and change. The environment in which organizations operate is complex and even changing. The organization should keep a watchful eye on such a development and respond intelligently. The timely actions can be initiated to prevent mistakes from becoming serious threats. Next is boosting the morale of the employee. Every employee knows it well that what he expected to do and what are the standards of performance against which his performance is to be compared. Such healthy attitude on the part of employee towards the workplace helps in keeping morale of the employee at higher level. Let us see some features of controlling. Every manager needs to monitor and evaluate the activities of his subordinate. It helps in taking corrective actions by the manager in a given timeline to avoid contingency or company's loss. Controlling is performed at the lower, middle and upper level of the management. An effective control system has the following features. It helps in achieving organization goal. Facilitates optimum utilization of resources. It evaluates the accuracy of the standards. It also sets discipline and order. Motivates the employee and boosts the employee morale. Ensures the future planning by revising the standards. Improves overall performance of an organization. And it also minimizes errors. Control process. Let us see the control process now. The first step in control process is establishment of standards. This means setting up of the target which needs to be achieved to meet organization goal eventually. Standards indicate the criteria of performance. Control standards are categorized as quantitative and qualitative standards. Quantitative standards are expressed in terms of money. Qualitative standards, on the other hand, includes intangible items. Second step in the process of controlling is measurement of actual performance. The actual performance of the employee is measured against the target. With the increased level of the management, the measurement of the performance becomes difficult. Third step in the process of controlling is comparison of actual performance with the standards. This compares the degree of difference between the actual performance and the standards. It helps to find out the gaps. Fourth step is taking corrective action. It is initiated by the managers who correct any defect in actual performance. Each process feedback is given to the steps as per the requirement. After understanding controlling, let us see types of control. There are three types of control in which first comes feedback control. This process involves collecting information about a finished task, assessing that information and improvising the same type of task in future. Second type of control is concurrent control. It is also called real-time control. It checks any problem and examines it to take action before any loss is incurred. Example, control chart. Third type of control is predictive or feed-forward control. This type of control helps to foresee problems ahead of occurrence. Therefore, action can be taken before such a circumstance arises. In an ever-changing and complex environment, controlling forms an integral part of organization. Thus, these types of control can be applied as per the requirement and necessarily to achieve the objective of organization. Let us see some of the advantages of controlling. It saves time and energy. Controlling allows managers to concentrate to the important task. This allows better utilization of the managerial resource. It helps in timely corrective action to be taken by the managers. Managers can delegate tasks so the routinely chores can be completed by the subordinates. On the contrary, controlling suffers from constraint that the organization has no control over the external factors. It can turn out to be costly affair, especially for the small companies. Summarizing the video, we can say that controlling is a systematic exercise which is called as a process of checking actual performance against the standard or plans with a view to ensure adequate progress and also recording such an experience as is gained as a contribution to possible future needs. Control is necessary in every organization to ensure that everything is going properly. Every manager therefore should have an effective and adequate control system to assist him in making sure that the event conforms to plans. Thank you.